And we're live. We are back, Bearded Bastards, episode 4 podcast or live stream or recap show, whatever you want to call it. I am Robert Frank. I am with the legendary Zach G. How are you, Zach?
Good. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing all right. And this is going to be the first time out of our 4 episodes or 3 episodes that we've done so far that we're actually going to review a WWE show, which is Raw from September 23rd, 2024. Zach and I, we both watched 2 hours of it live. And then we watched the last hour at some point today, which today is the 24th. And bro, we talked about it a little bit off air. 3 hours is way too much. It's one thing, and you brought up this point, it's one thing to watch the shows, but to watch the shows and then sit there with a freaking notebook.
Or it's too early, Rob, for that.
And no, it's been more than 8 seconds. We're an hour and 5 seconds in.
Okay,
yeah.
Prick.
I think the F-bombs can't be said within 8 seconds. Okay, but anyway, we can't monetize anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Not yet. Come on, we're getting started here. Come on.
So listen. Taking notes on top of that, bro. I know you have a bunch of notes. I got three freaking pages full of notes myself. It's a lot. So I hope the way that you guys can repay us now, even though that we're not making any money on this is free entertainment for you guys. Even though it would be free entertainment for you anyway, but you have to sit through a 5-second ad before you can skip it. Do us a favor, like the videos. Leave us a comment, even if you write something stupid like LOL. It doesn't even matter what you write. You can make fun of Zach's beard and his tattoo.
Yeah, sure.
If you
Old
want.
Guy,
doesn't
black
matter.
Guy. Yeah, make fun.
Yeah, you can make fun of us. It doesn't even matter. Just engage with us because that's going to help us. That's going to help YouTube and Facebook and Instagram think that, hey, people really like this and they want to see more. So let's start out by, okay, so full disclosure here, full transparency. I was not recording the show. And then when I realized there was no freaking way I could sit through 3 hours, I was fumbling around with my remote control to try to go back to see if I can record it while it was already live. I figured out how to do it because I never turn my TV on. I turn my TV on now to watch wrestling. Outside of that, my TV never goes on. So anyway, I figured out how to do it. And when I went back to try to go back where I was on the show, because I started a little bit late so I could skip through the commercials, it said the only option it gave me was watch live. So I just hit watch live and I missed a big chunk of the show. So with that said, Zach will get me caught up with what I missed, but I think I started out off on the right foot. And it was Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan, who I have in parentheses, hot AF. I think there's going to be a theme here that you guys are going to see. I don't give a damn about the wrestling. I just want to see TNA, bro.
I have a comment about her also. It's pretty much on point with you, but go ahead.
So she the way that she has her makeup done and her face, I'm not going to give her face an 8 or a 9 or a 10. Her face is probably more along the lines of a 5 or a 6-ish, but for a little freaking chick, she is thick, and I'm so jealous that MJF banged her. So there's that. But I said continuous shot, and WWE has been doing this, where they'll start backstage or they'll start in the parking lot or they'll start somewhere, and they'll take you through the whole backstage area, through the gorilla position, and out to the crowd. I really, really love that shot. Because there's no room for error. Like if you mess up, and these guys are professionals and these gals are professionals. And it's a really, really cool shot. So it's a continuous shot to the arena with Dom and Liv. They're holding hands. I wrote Liv thick AF from New Jersey. MJF banged her, lucky bastard. They kept showing shots of the house. What a difference between AEW and WWE.
Oh my! I'll get into that too. Just the production value, the professionalism.
Yeah,
people knowing what they're doing. They know where the cameras are. They know it's like they've been trained.
It's trained. These AEW guys are coming from the indies onto Dynamite and WWE. If they feel like you have any indie left in you, they'll throw you through NXT so you could learn how we do it around here.
Yeah, I'm not knocking those guys from AEW because it is
Yeah.
what it is, but it's a whole different thing, and the crowd is on fire. Yeah.
Crowd, pretty much for the most part, give a damn about everything. They do a really good job of building up the angles and the storylines. So even a lower card or mid card feud or angle kind of feels important. The only thing that I think has not been getting over, and this is kind of sidebar, and I don't even know why, would be the Karrion Kross stuff with Paul Ellering and the two guys, the AOP guys.
Yeah.
Whatever they end up doing, for whatever reason, the crowd just gives no damns. And Karrion Kross is a beast, man. I like him.
He looks good. I like him too.
And Scarlett, of course, is smoking hot.
Well, yeah.
I had to throw that in there. Okay, back to Dominic and Liv
Uh-huh.
walking around the ring, doing their thing. Packed house. Dom has heat. I even wrote 2 times. I says Dom has major heat.
Mhm.
Anytime he gets the microphone, that crowd is just booing the hell out of him. And it's not go away heat. It's like they really like hate him and they want to hate his character because they just don't like. It's not like, bro, I don't want to see you on TV. I don't want you in the ring. I don't want you on a microphone. Boo. It's almost like they're playing along with him.
Yep.
So when he starts speaking, they do whatever. So they're talking all their crap, and then Rhea comes out, and cut me off if I miss anything, but Rhea comes out. Rhea is also hot in her own way. I really, really, really despise the freaking septum piercing. Septum piercings do not do it for me, bro. She would be so much more attractive if she took that freaking, what do they do? The boars, right? Don't they pierce
whatever
boars freaking noses like that?
Yeah.
But she's got the whole goth thing going on, and she's letting her hair grow out a little bit, and Buddy Matthews, aka Buddy Murphy, he's banging her, so these lucky bastards over here. I said Dom's going to be in a shark cage because obviously he's always interfering and helping out Liv. So he'll be in a shark cage. That's an old throwback to the old Jim Cornette in the shark cage and whoever else back in the old NWA. And then Rhea says that she's not going to attack Liv. She's not going to say, she's not going to, no physical altercations are going to go on. And then she changed her mind and she gave Liv the stiffest freaking headbutt I've ever seen. And it might be the way that the camera like panned away real quick, or maybe you heard, maybe she slapped her leg while she was doing it. Bro, that looked like she connected right in Liv's mouth with that.
Or her nose. I was waiting for her to come up with her nose just busted wide open.
Yeah. And I text Zach immediately. I was like, bro, that headbutt looks stiff, bro. I would not want to take that.
It's amazing. A stiff headbutt, and she really didn't hurt the other person.
Yeah.
These guys know how to work.
They do know how to work. Meanwhile, in AEW, they're doing, triple jump moonsaults to the floor and breaking their ankles and stuff.
For 2,000 people. Go ahead.
Maybe not even. So this I thought was a pretty hot segment. It got the crowd off on the right foot. I don't know if they do dark matches prior to Raw going live, but it seemed like the crowd was pretty pumped up for this. And again, they keep panning to the audience. Everybody's involved. They don't show just one section of the crowd. They, I think they said on the announcer said it was a 32nd or 33rd consecutive sellout. I mean, these dudes are on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Anything I missed from that, Zach?
Yeah, real quick. You talk about the dark matches. I'm guessing because they're smart. It's a 3-hour show. I'm guessing they don't have dark matches because they don't want to put everyone to sleep. Be there for
sometimes.
I think.
Yeah, I think sometimes prior to Raw going on the air, I think they still have like a Saturday morning show.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's called like, I don't know, WWE Worldwide or something. Okay. I don't know. It's something crazy. But, it'll be kind of like squash matches, no real big angles or feuds on there, just kind of get guys work and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
So I had real quick, Liv Morgan, porno hot.
Oh, yeah. Super. Yes, that's a perfect way to put it.
And I put something, I don't know if I should say it. She looks pregnant with the bloated face. Her face is all bloated.
Liv?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. That's why I was saying it looks like her cheeks are a little pud. Maybe it's the way that she did her makeup. I know
Which,
she's got like a really big smile where you can see every single one of her 32 or 36 teeth.
yeah, all
But
4 of her cheeks are nice and swole.
yeah.
Okay, I digress. Rhea, badass, big
Yep.
pop, jacked.
Yep.
Her arms are bigger than Dominic's.
Yep.
She
They're bigger than
was.
mine.
Oh, come on, the bearded bastards were jacked.
That's true.
So over, and then we already talked. So that's all I really had in addition to what you had.
Good start to the show. And AEW should learn from this. You should always take one of your hottest angles. And again, for the women's title, the Rhea Liv feud has been building up for a while. They put a lot of emphasis on it every single show. They got the fans invested in it. You got the Dominic and the Shark Cage. Good way to start the show.
Yes.
Keep the crowd hot. Now, where do you go from here? Is they went our favorite WWE wrestler, I believe, unless I missed something, Sami Zayn, who blocked both Zach G and Robert Frank. Sami Zayn has the Bearded Bastards blocked on Twitter.
Yeah, one thing to block someone who's pretty famous and popular in social media.
Yeah.
But a block of nobody, Zach G. Like
and
he read my comment. Yes. He DM'd me that I was an idiot. And I went to his page and said I'd been blocked.
And then the next day I was like, I got jealous. I was like, I want to be blocked too. So I went and just piled on. You blocked me too. So Sami Zayn, and I will say this, even though he has us both blocked, I even have it in my notes here. Back in the day when he was El Generico in Ring of Honor and when he was doing stuff with PWG, WWE has watered this dude down. Now, mind you, he's probably close to 40, if not 40 years old now.
Yeah, he's getting older.
Back in, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, he had one of the craziest movesets you're ever going to see. He did all the flippity-doo-dah stuff. He did all the crazy moves. And now he's just like a watered-down version. I think the most high-risk move he does now is the Blue Thunder Bomb, which is not even that high risk, or it's a cool-looking move if you do it properly. That haluva kick that he does in the corner where he slaps his leg, that takes a lot of timing and accuracy to do that and not kick somebody's head off. But he wrestled Ludwig Kaiser, and I think he's pretty ripped.
Yes.
He's got like the German gimmick going on. I think him and Gunther, and there was another dude. There was 3 of them at one point. Now there's just 2 of them.
Yes.
And I have in my notes here that I'm pretty sure he's banging Tiffany Stratton, who's the pretty blonde.
What? The German guy?
Yeah.
Because my note says he looks effeminate AF.
Oh, really?
He looks like a gay porn star. Not that I've ever watched it.
He does. Oh, Jesus. He said a Freudian slip, Zach.
Whoops.
He's definitely ripped. He's in pretty good shape, but he looks like that heel, like that I'm better than you.
He has a heel look for sure.
Yeah, just the way that he stands and he pokes his
reminds
chin
me like a little bit like a old school Steven Regal with this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, he
nose
does
in the air heel.
Yeah, he looks like a heel for sure. But I still rooted for him because I don't like the other prick.
Yeah, and of course you knew it was going to happen. Zayn wins, and then I have Gunther. Gunther.
Yes.
Wait, is he Walter now or Gunther now?
I think Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther now comes out. I remember he was Walter. Comes out and to troll. He comes out in his trunks with his belt on, and he's like, "I've been telling you, you've been asking for a shot at my title, and I'm coming out." And you think that he's going to say okay because he's in his gear, and then he just says, "Nope."
That was great. I like him. He's great. Old school. He's old school.
Yeah, he's an old school heel. The fans are going to end up turning him because the fans love Gunther.
Yeah, and then when we get to the main event, there's another guy in the main event the fans can't help but like eventually, who's supposed to be the heel, in my opinion. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so there was that segment. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, was this a New Day backstage segment where they showed a package where it looked like they were going to break up?
Yes, and
okay. Now, the New Day. Part of the reason I got out of wrestling back in whatever it was 10 years ago or so, because I had my peaks and valleys with wrestling. We talked about it in the pilot episode. When they kept pushing these New Day guys, I was like, these guys freaking suck. And the crowd, just seeing the crowd being so excited to see these dudes, they're throwing out boxes of cereal and whipping pancakes in the crowd. I was like, bro, if this is what people are into now, I don't want to watch this. So I stopped watching purposely because of the New Day.
And the best part of the New Day doesn't wrestle anymore, in my opinion.
Oh, the big dude, right?
Yeah. Big E, yeah.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre, I think, dropped him on his head or something, and he broke his neck. But yeah, so they were teasing a breakup in the back. I guess I've been watching, kind of off and on, and I see that for the past 3 months they've been teasing a breakup between them two. And I know they're coming up on their 10-year anniversary or something since they got together. The announcers kept saying it's been 3 years since they've held, titles and whatever. I just have Alpha Academy comes in, they interrupt. Chad Gable is a little shitty heel.
dude, I gotta be honest. This segment and the match thereafter is probably the most least interested I was at all, because I can't stand Chad Gable.
Really? You don't like Chad Gable?
No, when he started doing that shush bullshit a while back.
The shoosh.
Yeah, that to me was turn to channel heat. Anytime he came on, I turned to channel. It's just annoying as hell, and I didn't like it, and I can't get past it.
Got it. But he's not really doing that anymore, though, is he?
No, but I can't get over it. And he looks good. I mean, Christ, the guy's an Olympic athlete.
Yeah,
he's in great shape, but I can't get past it.
Pretty good shape, but I mean, just because he's an Olympic athlete, do you have to give him a freaking Kurt Angle gimmick? Can't you do something else with him?
I know.
But yeah, he's got those other two guys with him, and he's got the little chick. I'm pretty sure she's a lesbian.
Who's banging her? You know all the inside information.
I don't know. I think she's banging some other chick.
I think she's banging who's that girl I referenced? Never mind.
Nyla Rose.
Yeah, Nyla Rose. Or there's three other
Nyla
people.
Rose is banging her.
Yeah, there's 3 other people she could be banging that turn up later on in the show.
Is Nyla Rose post-op or pre-op? We got to find that out for next episode.
Next time I see her, I'll reach down below and find out.
All right, check it out for us. Report back to us.
Oh, I got you, bro.
So then I have right after this, after the Alpha Academy leaves, or Team USA, whatever they're calling themselves these days, I have a big block of missed segment, because this is where I was trying to record the show. I came back to live TV, and when I came back, Braun Breaker was backstage talking to Kathy Kelly, who I think is also fucking hot.
Of course you do.
What did I miss in all this time?
Okay, I just have Jey Uso highlight segment, then Braun Breaker backstage with what was her name for an interview?
Kathy Kelly. Yeah.
I didn't really take much notes. It was pretty simple, just talking about the match coming up. Okay. What do you have next? And I'll tell you if you missed anything.
After that, I have the Roman and Cody football stuff on the field, where they did a little replay of that.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, I missed a lot of stuff, dude. I missed the Japanese girls wrestling. I missed Broden, what was his name on the Indies?
Good God.
Jonah.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I had that backstage segment with I had the Jey Uso highlight segment and Braun Breaker backstage segment as item number 4.
Okay.
I don't have the Roman Reigns Cody segment until item number 15.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, there's a lot that I missed, bro.
I mean, in my notes, I usually just go based off of what you lead into. So my notes aren't great.
I do know, because when I was fast forwarding today to get to the main event, because that's really the only thing that I missed was Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
And when I was fast forwarding through, I saw everything. I saw the Dom and Liv and Rhea stuff, and I saw the Sami Zayn, Ludwig Kaiser. I saw the New Day stuff. And then I saw the Japanese girls were on there. They wrestled some 2 chicks that I had no idea who the hell they were.
Yeah.
Then there was Bronson Reed wrestled somebody, and Braun Strowman came out.
Yeah. He was supposed to wrestle the Miz, because they've been fighting the opening segment. They were fighting backstage.
Okay.
Bronson Reed was supposed to fight The Miz, and he gets attacked at ringside before the fight starts.
Okay.
So the match never took place. Security comes out to try to break up Strowman and Reed, and for the next 10 minutes, they proceed to beat up everyone in security nonstop. That's
Well,
pretty much all it was. Them beating up security.
Braun Strowman is my dad's favorite wrestler right now. My dad loves him some Braun Strowman because he likes the big guys.
Well, that's a good one to like. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did notice about a year ago, he got himself pretty freaking ripped where he didn't have a gut anymore.
Uh-huh.
He's packed some
He put
pounds
some
back
weight
on.
back on. He has. Yes, he has.
I think he's off the Trembolone. But
Whoa.
anyway, we're not going to make any accusations here because I know he works hard and he's a strong mofo.
Well,
and yeah,
people live in glass houses, but I digress.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
All right, so we missed all that. Was there anything eventful and anything that I missed leading up to the Cody?
Dragon Lee beat Carlito in basically a squash match.
Okay.
It was,
all right.
Yeah, it was
Dragon Lee, who we talked about, is Rush's brother from AEW.
Now that you say that, you can in his eyes, you could tell you could tell they're brothers. I didn't really realize it until I looked at them. You can tell they're brothers.
Yeah, Rush is more the old school 80s heel, beat 'em up, punch, kick, slam, stuff like that. And Dragon Lee is the Rey Mysterio of the two.
Yep. So, okay, well, that's pretty much covers that. Then there's a Drew McIntyre segment. He came to the ring.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him talking, and I figured he was talking about Punk and
shot a promo, but he's so good, Drew McIntyre anymore.
Bro, he's believable.
Oh my God, he looks good. Like compared to what he used to look like, he filled out. He got he got a beard. He got the black hair. He's big. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. He's great.
The thing and he could go too.
Yes.
The thing with Drew that I really like is the way that they have his character now. He's almost like it's like he's a bad guy, but he tells the truth.
Yes.
Bad guy. And he's not lying about anything, but just his delivery and whoever he's wrestling against, which obviously now is CM Punk, the crowd likes him better. And he's like I'm not lying. Here are the facts, and you guys choose to root for him. Screw you.
Yep.
I really do like Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, at Bad Blood, it's hell to sell with him and Punk. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce is backstage. He announced Bronson Reed and Strowman will be a last man standing match. I believe he said it Bad Blood. Sheamus got attacked. Go ahead.
I think I stopped it there because I wanted to see what he was talking about. I think it's going to be next week on Raw.
Okay, my bad. Yeah. Sheamus got attacked by 2x4 by some dude. I don't know who he is. Apparently, he's been feuding with.
Okay. You think it's somebody from AEW coming in?
No, I think it's somebody that's been. I think
it's Miro. Maybe it's Miro.
It ain't Miro. Rusev. It was some guy he's been working with. I just don't know his name for the last few months. They were buddies. Now they're not.
Listen, I got some inside source. The person that attacked Sheamus with the 2x4 was Wardlow.
Well, that could be fine and dandy, numbnuts, but they said who he was. They showed his face, so it wasn't him.
Okay.
You ever hear
trying to stir the pot. We have inside sources over here. Wardlow just showed up and beat up Sheamus. If Wardlow or if any big AEW guy goes to WWE and makes they try to make a big splash and whatever, just the new guy from another company coming out, put him under a mask or something. And if you're feuding with Sheamus, you ain't going nowhere, bro.
No, and Sheamus is getting along in the tooth because he's been good over all the years.
Yeah,
I'm not knocking him. It's just I think he's run his course.
Yeah.
Let's get in. There was a ladies tag team match, Unholy Union versus Damage Control.
Yeah, it was Japanese girls. Yeah, I saw the tail end when the Japanese girls won.
I was not interested at all in it. Nope. And then there's a backstage segment with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Yep.
She's huge.
Yeah, she is. And Bianca Belair has a great ass too. Not so much Jade. I'm not into Jade, bro. I don't. I'm pretty. I'm gonna
She's
go out
not,
on a limb
she's
here.
not. I know what you're gonna say, and she isn't.
I know she's supposedly married to Jason Phillips, the I think his
Brandon
name
Phillips, who's
Brandon
the
Phillips.
second
Yeah,
baseman for the Reds and the Indians. Yeah,
yeah.
and
I'm pretty sure that might just be a publicity stunt. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think Jade Cargill might be a transsexual.
well, go back. She played college basketball. It's her.
All right.
They have a kid together, also. I don't know if
Okay, an adopted kid, sure. Hey, listen, Brandon Phillips, maybe he's into the sausage. You never know. I don't know. She's too muscular and I don't know.
I mean,
she's too big.
yeah, this is not news to me because you've been telling me this for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And every time I say I like her, you call me names I don't want to repeat on here.
Yeah. Now, Bianca Belair, she's smoking hot. She's definitely not a dude. Jade Cargill, I don't know about all that, bro. All right. What else you got? When is this Roman Cody football field shit coming up?
Ron Breaker backstage interview.
God damn, how long is this? How much did I miss?
Yeah, he's in. Well, we'll talk. He sounds like Scott. He sounds like his uncle Scott when he talks, which is great. Now we get into the Roman Reigns.
Was that him talking to Kathy Kelly?
Yes.
Okay, I have on my notes. I have Braun Breaker backstage. Sounds like Scott. Kathy hot.
Yep, that's exactly what I. Well, I didn't put Cat. Yeah, but yeah. Now we get into Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes vignette.
Okay, all my notes say I heard about this from Meltzer and Alvarez. How they were putting it over. It was it was shot pretty good. So apparently Roman used to play football wherever they were on
Georgia
the field.
Tech. He was the defensive lineman for Georgia Tech. Yes.
And Cody is from Atlanta. I guess he was grew up there.
Right. Georgia Tech is in Atlanta also.
So they're arguing over this is my field. And Cody says this might be your field, but this is my city. And there's a lot of history there. It looks like Roman showed up with like 20 different SUVs and Cody showed up in like a white Kia Sportage or something. I don't even know what the hell he was driving.
Kia Sportage?
I don't know. He's driving something. I don't know. Maybe it was a Mustang or something.
I
don't
forget
know
what it was, but this was great.
But he's just like 20 cars, huh? A little much. And anyway, so they're going back and forth and they're building the story about how they're going to team up. They want to know if they have each other's backs. They're not going to like each other. And, Roman's going to come for his belt. And Roman, I think, is a natural. Roman just has the poise and the presence and just the look that when he delivers lines, he's really freaking believable. Cody does too much with the facial expressions and he's always licking his lips and he's sticking his tongue in his cheek and he pretends things that are supposed to bother him too much. And he looks away real quick and he does this and he does that. He's too much. And I have here, it says, Cody looks like a frog. If you look at Cody, just stare at him, he looks like a frog emoji. Anyway, I said that this was really good and it was shot beautifully. I heard Jeremy Borash, who I used to talk to all the time back on WCW Live, used to be a little internet show. Him and Bob Ryder used to do way, 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 way back in the day. So it was a really cool segment and they're building it up to be a pretty big match against Jacob Fatu and I think it was, isn't it Solo and Jacob Fatu?
So. Yeah. I mean, this was like a movie.
Yep.
It was great. Roman Reigns he's awesome. He is so good. Yeah. And I put something you'd mentioned to me before. Cody looks like a heel. He's a condescending prick.
Bro, Cody is, people don't realize it, bro. Cody right now, even though he gets cheered, the fans do the whoa.
That's going to end.
They love him. Bro, Cody is the biggest heel in wrestling.
Yes.
And people don't even freaking know it. Name a guy in wrestling history that would come out with a suit on every single time he came out when he wasn't wrestling in a straight up suit that wasn't a heel. Name one. You're not going to find one because they didn't freaking dress like that.
Nope.
Okay, your Ric Flairs, your $1 Million Mans, your Nick Bockwinkel's, your any big major freaking heel in any territory always wore a suit to shove it up your ass. Like, I'm better than you. My clothes are more expensive than you. My shoes cost more than your house. Where have we heard that before?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a freaking heel, and the crowd just doesn't even realize it yet.
Yeah. And like, not only the way he dresses, he's condescending the way he talks.
So
he talks like he's better than you. He's smarter than you. Yeah. So
and his ring gear, I mean, is so ridiculous. It's so over the top. It's like he looks like Paul Revere coming out.
That Triple H knows what he's doing. He'll be a heel soon, and he'll be a good heel.
He should be. He should be.
And then bring his wife into the mix too. She's a heel in the making also.
Oh yeah. So that was pretty good, but it was built up very, very well. And again, yeah, I think because the crowd is not going to boo Roman. The crowd has turned. It's going to take a lot for the crowd to boo Roman now. And I think WWE and Triple H are smart enough to know that now, that no matter what you do, you can make Roman, do pretty much anything. Take the most beloved person in WWE and have Roman spear the hell out of him. The crowd ain't going to boo him. So guess who's going to have to get booed? It's going to have to be Cody.
Good. And Roman, and they don't see him a lot either, so they're happy to see him.
Right.
And he's just, I mean, I can't put him over more. He's awesome.
And Cody is a good freaking heel, bro.
Yes.
Go back to his Ring of Honor, the brief time that he was with Impact or TNA, whatever the hell it was, and his New Japan stuff. He is a great, like you said, condescending, better than you freaking heel. It's great. So I don't know.
In AEW, the fans were begging for him to be a heel.
Oh,
they turned on him, and he wouldn't. They wouldn't do it. It's just stupid. But go ahead.
All right. Next up, I have New Day versus American Made. Are we on the same page here?
Yeah, we're on the same page. This will be quick.
Yeah. My notes just say, I mean, this was a fucking garbage match, throwaway match.
Yep.
I have one fat brother, one jack brother. I said Kofi's chest is fucked. Xavier Woods put on size. Commercial break. Good match. American Made wins. I mean, there was really not much more to say.
Same thing. I put crowd was not into it at all. Nope. Good pro wrestling match, but I was bored.
Yep. Yeah.
ZZ. Yep.
Yeah. I saw they were teasing like the hot tag where Xavier Woods was getting the crap beat out of him for a while, and he tagged Kofi. I was expecting, Cody to get pulled off the apron just as Xavier Woods was going the hot tag, or something would happen, and he turned around and he saw that he's not there, and I don't know. They're dragging the shit out. They should just have them beating each other up. After that, I had Damian Priest backstage package. I wrote good shit with a bunch of exclamation points. I said it's building stories for you to invest in. I guess the him and Prince Devitt, Finn Balor feud. They really told the story well. And here's what WWE does really, really well. They started building that months before they ever broke up, where you would see the little subtle things that Finn was, you could see that Finn was starting to get jealous that everybody around him were getting titles, and Rhea won the belt and he won the belt, and he would, kind of do like the little smirk off to the side with a little head nod. They built up really, really well. So when they put packages like this together, it all ties in. It's like, oh, I remember when he freaking said that, or I remember when he, winked and nodded and kind of looked back at Damian Priest when he walked away. I remember all this crap. So I thought that was very good. And now for a match that, I mean, we already know who's going to win because they're really pushing Priest. Priest is
he's going to win.
But, it makes you want to see the match to see what they do. After that, I have in my notes. Are we getting close to the main event yet?
We're getting close. My notes, I don't know if you want to air what I'm going to say.
Does it have to do with Samantha Irvin?
Well, there was 3 women that she interviewed. The PFC.
Who?
It's Sonya Deville, Blazer, and another girl.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that. I don't know. I must have skipped around and I missed that.
I put LGBTQT segment.
Yeah. Well, listen, I know that Sonya Deville is a lesbian. For some reason, I find her oddly.
Oh, I like her.
I think she's
Yes.
super sexy.
Yeah.
The one chick, obviously not the MMA chick. What's her name? Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, Baszler.
She's I don't think she tries to be attractive. But the other one, I don't think she's as bad as people make her out.
No.
She's a little rough around the edges.
Yes, rough around the edges. I mean, it is
sure she follows me on Instagram too. So
okay. All right. Yeah. Good. I like her.
Yeah, she's like my favorite wrestler.
Yeah. I put they all look like badasses.
Yeah. Oh,
they can talk. Yeah. It wasn't bad. And I'll leave out what I said after that. Go ahead.
Not bad at all. Then after that, I just have Samantha Irvin, hottest brunette in wrestling. If I had my pick between Samantha Irvin and Mariah May,
yeah,
I'm going with Samantha Irvin, bro.
Oh.
Because I'm a brunette guy. Her hair, I love the freaking curly hair. I love her skin tone. I love her glutes. I love her smile. I love everything about her. And I will fight Ricochet right now for the only thing she's a little too tall. I think, I have a saying, if she's over 5'5", she could buy her own drink. She's a grown ass man. And I'm pretty sure that she's, 5'7", 5'8".
Not too tall for me.
No, but I think she is so gorgeous. It's not even funny. So yeah, she wins the hottest brunette in wrestling. She did the introductions, and you could tell that she really loves her job. I know a lot of people troll her and they say that she overacts and she tries to make
she's good
about her. She loves what the hell she does. So I'm all for it. She introduces Braun Breaker, Jey Uso. A couple things about Jey Uso. I don't know if he still does, but I remember at one time he followed me on Instagram. So did the other Uso and Rikishi. So I guess they're sitting around family dinner watching Robert Frank videos.
Probably makes sense. You and Rikishi probably on the same diet plan. Go ahead.
Probably. But yeah, so here's one thing about the Usos. I can't believe I'm going to say this because I know that Jey Uso at the moment is one of the most over dudes in WWE.
Yes, he is.
And I am sure that he is a cool ass mofo. I think this is a shoot, bro. This is my opinion. And I hope he doesn't hear this.
Yeah,
I think he is so overrated in the ring. He doesn't do anything that super kick, splash, spear. There's no cool, Kenny Omega has like 20 moves in his moveset.
Yes.
That are unique, like something that has a name, Snapdragon suplex, the V trigger, the one-winged angel, all the different moves that he does. I just named 3. Will Ospreay, same thing. He could pull out 30 different moves in a match. Dude, this dude does nothing but super kick, splash, and spear.
Yeah, well, that's a prime example of good booking.
Yep.
And good producing and good whatever writing.
And he looks cool.
Yes.
He looks cool. He's got the tattoos. He's really not, there's really not many Samoans that are ripped. Samoans just have like thicker skin. They're
big bones,
bigger,
bitches.
I'll beat the hell out of you type dudes. Probably the most ripped one out of all of them is probably Roman, right? In terms of physique wise. Like put all the Samoans on the bodybuilding stage. Who's going to win? Roman.
Yeah, and he's not super. Yeah, they're just big, strong dudes.
They're just big, yoked mofos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on the moveset. That should be an example to other people that there's more to it just move sets to get over in a business.
But
he is over huge.
He's so over, and he could talk a little bit. He was a little awkward, in the beginning when he first, but I think he's starting to come into his own now on the mic because he gets the crowd involved in everything with that stupid yeet shit. Let me tell you something. Back in the day, and this is we're gonna tie into the Robert Frank a little bit here. Back in the day, when Steel, who I work with the supplement company, we were trying to get Logan Paul onto Steel. Jason had a contact that had a contact with whatever. And anyway, we were supposed to film a video together. This is like way back in 2000 and very early 2017. And And anytime that Logan would write in the group chat, it was me, Jason, Logan, and one other person who I can't name who was in this group chat. And anytime all Logan would write was yeet, Yeet. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And he would just write yeet, like, Logan, you down to do this? Like, you and Robert Frank, you'll be walking down the grocery store aisle and looking at the chicken breast. Blah, blah, blah. Are you good with that? Yeet. It's like, I'm just like, what the hell does that mean? And now here we are 7 years later, and Jay Uso is saying yeet, and he's got everybody saying
Well, we're old.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, super cool dude, looks cool, over as hell, could talk a little bit, crowd involvement, super charismatic.
Yes.
But his like in the ring, it's when the bell rings, he kind of sucks. He's really good at selling. Braun Breaker was beating the hell out of him for the entire match, which is always tells you in wrestling, whoever is getting 75 to 80% of the match, they're going to be the ones that are going to lose. So I knew that was going to happen.
I was surprised.
I knew there was no way. And they kept saying, Braun Breaker's second title defense, Why are you going to pull the belt off him right away? But I guess Jay is just so hot right now. It doesn't hurt Braun Breaker to lose to Jay Uso.
No. I mean, we're just getting right into that segment anyways. That's a good,
yeah. What do you got in your notes?
I'm pretty much, there's a New Day segment. Who gives a shit?
I'm already on the match. I'm already on the Braun Breaker.
Okay, yeah, I'm into it too. I put big pop for Uso. I said Braun Breaker is a stud, quick as fuck. Yes, and why not just call him Braun Steiner and be done with it? Jesus Christ.
That's got to be coming soon. I think what's going to happen is kind of what happened with the Gunther thing.
Yeah.
I remember one day Gunther, he won a match and they were getting ready to say, and the winner of the match. And he grabbed the microphone away from the announcer and he was like, my name is Gunther. And that's how he changed his name. Braun, I think his name is Bronson Steiner. His full name,
Steinrecker or
Reckensteiner. Right.
Yeah, but Steiner.
Just call him Steiner.
Yeah, I mean, because they're referencing to Frankensteiner, they're referencing his dad, they're referencing his uncle. He's doing shit that his uncle
Steiner line. Yeah, Steiner line when he clotheslined somebody.
Yeah. He did the push-ups mid-cover like Scott, which I thought was great. Yep. I popped for that. I loved it because I love Scott Steiner. Braun Breaker is awesome. But when he did those push-ups, I popped.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
I just broke my chair. I'm gonna have to get a new chair.
Well, maybe you should do some more cardio, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm fidgeting and I just broke my chair. Anyway, I just have in my notes here, Braun beating the shit out of Jay. Lots of stalling and pandering to the crowd. That was, I think they gave them a little bit too much time. And for two guys like this, that, Braun Breaker is just kind of starting out. He's only got a couple years in the business, and Jay really doesn't have a really intricate offensive move set. So he's better at selling. And Braun pulled out some cool moves that I didn't expect to see out of him. But it was just way too much time and too much stalling. And again, with the push-ups, which I popped for as well. I said there was a bulldog from the apron through the table that looked stiff as hell.
Yeah, very stiff, but that was cool shit too.
And then right after that, there was a near fall with a spear and a splash. I thought it was over. Braun kicked out of it.
Yes, I have lots of near falls finishes in this match. Yep.
And then finally, whatever happened, there was a super kick, spear. Braun was going for that run around the ring to do the spear, and Jay caught him with a super kick, rolled him into the ring, did something else, and then jumped up and gave him the splash. And 1, 2, 3, and new Intercontinental Champion.
I don't want to correct you, but I think he did that. Then he speared him through the barrier. Then he threw him in a ring, and then he did just the frog splash. I think. Then he did, because remember he speared him, and I think he grabbed him real quick and got him into the ring, set him up for the frog splash. 1, 2, 3, I believe.
Okay, it was,
but we're on the same page.
Yeah. I was skipping. Might have been skipping around.
I was, and I put in all caps. My DVR did not cut off.
Oh well, yeah, that's a thing too. But there was an awkward out though. It just ended. Because I guess they were like, "Oh, we're out of time." It ended, and Jay was like walking up walking up the stairs, and it just went off. And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's how they're going to do it."
Well, that's better than continuing it. You don't get to see the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that is true too.
This is the first WWE one we've done.
Yep.
It is head and shoulders.
Oh yeah.
Not even close above AEW. Sorry.
Yeah.
It just is.
I mean, the biggest garbage match that you saw on this show, and Raw is, I don't know if Raw or SmackDown is, well, I know SmackDown gets better ratings, but
Yeah.
so I guess Raw is like their secondary show, but the worst, the most like odd match that you saw on the show was probably the Dragon Lee versus Carlito, right?
Mhm.
And then that women's tag team match between the Japanese girls, Damage Control, and whoever those other chicks were. On AEW, it seems like you have, but everybody seems like they're in some kind of a feud. Like I think the LWO, which Dragon Lee, I think he's a part of the LWO.
Yeah, he is.
Somehow, some way, they're fighting because Carlito was with the LWO at one time, and I don't know, they still got beef with him, and I think they're feuding somehow. AEW will just have a random freaking match on that has nothing to do with nothing, just because Tony Khan is like, oh man, this is a dream match.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: when Braun Steiner did the bulldog through the ring off the apron into the table,
Yeah,
and hit the table, how many other times in that match in that show was the table involved?
That was the only time that I remember.
Exactly. It means something.
Yeah. When you see a table break in every other match, then yeah, sure. And if your opening match, the dude is blading, he gets juice and he's bleeding all over the place. Then again, in the main event, it's like, we just saw this already.
Yeah. And I started watching wrestling more again when AEW formed.
Yeah.
So not a knock to it. I'm just saying what I see.
No. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's like flavors of ice cream. You know what I mean? You're going to get your chocolate and your vanilla with WWE. And then for people that like weird shit like Rocky Road
and
like,
Rainbow Sherbet.
Yeah, Rainbow Sherbet. Yeah, you go over to AEW.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of Rainbow Sherbet, where the hell's where's Sunny Kiss been?
Oh no, you did not.
Come on, you used to always send me texts.
I was a big fan of Sunny Kiss.
Yeah,
she's hot. I like her. Oh wait a second.
Anyway, that's been our Raw review for September, whatever. Oh, there was one more. I said one more note. It says Jey Uso wins. Great match. Fireworks cut off.
Yep. So, what would you give this grade? This show? Oh. I got something in my mind already.
Top to bottom, from what I saw, remember I missed a lot of it, but the matches, from what I remember, there were another thing that I noticed too, and again, I did miss some things, so I'll be more careful to pay attention next time. There were no 17-minute matches except for maybe the main event.
Mm-hmm.
AEW, you'll have a random 21-minute match between Kyle O'Reilly and, freaking name somebody. It's like
Sunny Kiss. What?
Exactly. Sunny Kiss. Joey Janela and Kyle O'Reilly for 22 minutes in the middle of the show.
A lumberjack strap match. Texas rules.
Yeah. First time they've ever wrestled, but they're having a Texas lumberjack match. Tony is just, I think Tony has a couple of different wheels that he spins, and on the wheel he'll have steel cage match, Hell in a Cell, lumberjack match, strap match, I quit match, blah, 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 blah. And then he has another wheel that has every wrestler's name on it. I think he just spins the wheel, and whoever it lands on, he writes their name down. He spins the wheel again. Whoever writes his name down. Then he goes to the gimmick wheel. Boom. Okay, it's going to be Hangman Adam Page versus Evil Uno in a Texas death match on Rampage.
Or I think what he does is, I haven't used these guys in a while. Let's throw them in. Hey, you haven't been on TV in 4 months. I'm going to put you in the opening segment.
Yeah. It's just
so. What grade do you give the show?
I'm going to give this show.
So just so I'm not bullshitting, I'll write. I know what I'm giving it. But I don't want you to think I'm going to go about what you say.
I'm going to. Well, we gave Collision a D, I believe. I think
D
you
or
gave
D.
it a D plus.
I said D plus. Yeah.
I'm going to give this Raw show just presentation, interest level, star power, match quality. Overall, I'm going to give this a B plus.
Okay.
I'm going to go B plus on this one.
I have B on it. I could have gone B plus.
Okay.
But you start going too high, then something's really good. You have no, you can't go any higher, right?
Which is why I didn't want to go A minus or anything.
Yeah.
If there was
Definitely
something on there that blew me away, I would, I'll give an A out once in a blue moon if something really blows me away. But there was, it was a good, solid show, which I think deserves more than a C and less than an A. So I'm going to go with a B.
Okay, we're on the same page.
There you go. That's been our Raw review for September 23rd, 2024. And the big takeaway for me, Liv Morgan, thick AF, Samantha Irvin, hottest brunette in wrestling, and Rhea Ripley needs to 86 the septum piercing. And she'll gain 2 points, and Jade Cargill's a transsexual. There you have it. We'll see you for our next review. I don't know. What are we going to review next? We're going to watch Dynamite tomorrow, probably, right?
Yeah, Dynamite tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Dynamite should be a pretty big one because it's the Grand Slam one. So we'll watch that and we'll see. We'll do a review maybe sometime on Thursday, but then we have the Glorious House of Games podcast on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm fine. That'll work for me.
Okay.
We'll do something within 24 hours of the show. I would say would be fine. I'm available.
All right. This has been the Bearded Bastards, episode 4. Take care, brush your hair. Till next time, we're out.
Later.